Hi, this is Nick and Katerina, and we are going to show you how to use OneNote Classroom Notebook Creator in this video. So first thing you want to do is go into your OneDrive account, and once you're there, go to this Rubik's Cube in the corner here. And as you can see, all your applications are here, but OneNote Classroom Notebook is not here, only OneNote Online is here. This one you can use for your own personal organization, but the one that you could use for your classroom is actually in My Apps. And as you can see, it's right here. Now if you want it to be in your main menu when you click on the Rubik's Cube, all you have to do is click on these three little dots and click on Pin to App Launcher. So now when you click on your menu up here, as you can see, OneNote Class Notebook has been added. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. Okay, so there are a couple options over here. To create a class notebook, you're going to click on the blue one. And here's where you would rename or name the notebook. So here's where you would name the notebook. So let's put Math, grade 9. So you'd put whatever your class name is there. This just gives you a breakdown of the different folders that are going to appear within your notebook. So you have your collaboration space, and this is an area where your students can comment on content and have discussions, and the teacher is able to view which students are making comments. So this is kind of just a way that they can collaborate. Content library is going to be an area where the teacher puts up all the content from the course, and the students can't comment on this or add anything or delete anything. It's going to be there to stay once the teacher puts it up. And then student notebooks are the notebooks that each student has. No other student can view their notebooks, only the teacher can view them. And this is where students can upload their work for the teacher to mark. So we're going to go ahead and click Next. And if you are working with another teacher in a course, or if you want to give another teacher permission to use this notebook, you can just enter their name in here. We're not going to do that right now though. And so now here you can add your students' names. So the board has already gone in and put all your students' names and email addresses into the system. All you have to do is start typing their last name and you should be able to find them. So for example, okay, if this is my student right here, I'm going to click on them, and then you can start your next student. And you can just continue doing that. So I'm not actually going to add them right now, just because I don't want them to be in this notebook. But okay, so here is where each of your students are going to have their own private spaces within the notebook, and these are the default ones that Classroom Notebook has given each student. So handouts, class notes, homework, and quizzes. If you don't want your students to have these folders within your notebook, you can just uncheck them. If there is one that you wanted that's not here, you could add more. So I'm going to add in assignments. Or assignments. Okay, and you can continue to add them based on what you're trying to do. Go ahead and click Next. So this is just a preview of what it's going to look like for the teacher. And if you click on Student Notebook, that's what it's going to look like for the student. So as you can see, they have all these files over here, but they also have these specific ones for themselves. So then you're going to go ahead and click Create. Okay, So once it opens, this is what the notebook looks like. Here's where you have the title, and if you have multiple notebooks, you can click on the little arrow here and it gives you all the other notebooks that you have. But we're going to stick with this one for now since we were working on it before. As you can see, there's a welcome screen here. This is going to appear in all of your notebooks. It's just some quick instructions on how to use it. So if you're interested in learning a little more about how to use it, you can definitely check this out. We're going to go ahead and click on collaboration space first since it's our first folder. And again, as you can see, we have the instructions here. This plus tab over here allows you to create a new section. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. And up here is where you would rename the section. So let's call this Discussion 1. Okay, so here you would put the discussion topic, and then your students would be able to comment, and it almost works as a forum where they can have a discussion online. And once the student starts to write, right beside what they have written is their initials, so you'll know which student has commented on and made which comment. Okay, so adding a page allows you to create subtopics within a section. So if this is the first topic in discussion 1 and we wanted to have another topic here. So as you can see, all the pages come up here on the side, and the students will be able to see these tabs as well. So let's say you wanted to delete a section. You just right-click on it and then go to delete. Okay, so we're going to go back to the main page just by clicking this arrow here. And we're going to go ahead and click on Content Library. So again, as we can see here, we have the instructions as well as the section up here, which I'm going to delete. And we're going to create a new section. And here, let's call this Algebra. And here we're going to give the title maybe Lesson 1. So on this page, you could have all of your notes maybe from your first lesson of your algebra class, and instead of giving the students a handout, they could even just use this instead. So and you'd add a page, maybe in second page you could have lesson 2. And so on and so forth. Okay? So going back, we now see these folders here with the students. So all your students' names will appear up here. And so if we click on this one, as you can see, we have these different folders, and only this student can see these different folders, and the teacher can as well. So if the student wanted to hand something in for homework, they could go to the homework tab and write in the title, maybe Algebra Lesson 1, and then put their homework here. And then for lesson 2, they could just add a page and do that same thing for here. And then as a teacher, you could go in and you'd be able to see everything that your student posted here. So as you can see up here, we have a toolbar that looks pretty similar to Word. The buttons are pretty straightforward. The only difference is these ones up here, and these ones are just tags that you can include just to organize yourself. I think the ones that I find are most helpful are probably this one right here, to do. It gives you a little box and then you can check it off once you've done it. Some of the other ones that might be helpful are the star for important, or the highlighter, or the remember for later. If we click on the insert toolbar up here, we can insert a file or a picture. So this could be helpful if you don't want to copy and paste into your notebook and you just want to insert the file of the assignment or the quiz or whatever it is. You just go to File Attachment, and then it'll bring you to all your files, and you just choose the one. So you don't have to worry about saving anything because you are working online, so it just saves it automatically. But if you aren't working online and you don't have Wi-Fi at the time, clicking on this little folder up here and then saving this way is one way to save as well. So one thing that we found to be pretty tricky when we were experimenting with OneNote Class Notebook was how to delete notebooks once you've already made them. So if you go back to your OneDrive, naturally with deleting files you would just check them off here and then manage and then go to delete. But unfortunately you can't do that with the class notebooks. You have to go up here to this little gear and go to Site Contents. And once you're in Site Contents on the side over here, you'll see Class Notebooks. You want to click on that and then open this file and then check them off here and then manage and delete. Okay, so that's it for OneNote Class Notebook. Thanks for watching.